Hello guys and welcome to the channel. I am Marv. This is Readings by Marvelous Madame THRU. If you are catching this by way of my main channel that I've just mentioned, thank you so much for stopping by. If you are catching this intro by way of any of my breakout channels, which are as follows: Marvelous Taurus Tribe, Marvelous Cancer Tribe, Marvelous Libra Tribe, and Marvelous Capricorn Tribe. Thank you so much also for being here and checking out your video. I want to let you know, guys, since last week that I have tried to approach these readings this particular week that I'm mentioning, which is July 30th through August the 6th, several times. I have a schedule of when I upload things and when I do things, and I have a schedule of when I do everything else. Everything is on a schedule. And I am telling you that this week, nothing went the way that I wanted it to go in this block of time. Not only were we transitioning out of 1 month to another, there was a lot that went on this particular week. I know that there were some squares. I'm not going to get into too much astrology in the intro to keep it nice and short and sweet. But we did in this time frame experience a full moon in Aquarius. And regardless, guys, of where that actually hit you, whether it was personal or whether it was in any of the other 12 houses, this was the week of hell. For me, it just was a week of individuals needing me and me experiencing a lot of just not necessarily anything going wrong per se, like wrong, just chaotic from one thing to the next, from information coming in to information going out. It was absolutely hectic. So a lot of activity, a lot of breakups, a lot of things happening, from accidents to, fights, just things that I've heard, people getting robbed, like random things. It was crazy. Uranus is one of those disruptor planets. It shakes things out to the surface. It will disrupt, it will shake things up, and boy, it did not disappoint. There were a couple of things that went well. There was completely left blue, out of the blue, left field information that came in that I wasn't expecting. And more importantly, it was exhausting, if anything. So I apologize for your messages being late. So we're going to treat this as a weekly energy reading recap from July 30th through August the 6th. There were only a few of you that actually got readings that was, filmed, that was recorded on time. But no matter which way I turned last week, there was always some block. It was extremely frustrating. And sometimes it happens, I'm not going to go to the community tab and put anything up unless it's a technical issue and we're up and running like last week. That's another thing. Sorry, I repeated that 3 times. That's another thing. There's been a lot of heat related internet issues and things of that nature, guys. And that's typically summer. Like if you've been following me for a while, living in this desert, that's going to happen. Anybody that records weekly, it's going to happen. If that's all they do, if that's the only thing that they do, it's just record and they live out here in this desert, they may fare a little bit better than I. But it also, guys, is about, where they live and things of that nature. Just like no 2 people in your city or town gets the same internet, because it really depends on the infrastructure, which really depends on how they're getting it. I know that some parts of Las Vegas get things and other parts of Las Vegas doesn't get things, meaning, the infrastructure and the ground. And let's face it, it is Las Vegas. If you are familiar with the way things work out here in the little desert. But needless to say, I'm going to experience that until the summer is over. Every summer I go through some type of connectivity issue. It's been a little bit better this year than in previous years since I moved, but it's definitely still a thing. Internet seems to be a little faster in this pocket of the town. But needless to say, the heat does cause problems. The heat will fry things, and I'll get off that moving horse, that train. It's just been the week of hell. That's what I'm calling it. I hope that doesn't offend anybody because that's how I'm going to approach it, just because it wasn't necessarily about what happened to me. And it was basically all of my clients and people coming back needing emergency readings and that didn't necessarily take me away, but I was just so exhausted dealing with my own full moon and Aquarius week. Whatever happened 6 months ago finally coming to a full culmination. Things that need to be ended, acknowledged, or released. And boy, did it come. I am told that August starts out one way and then it ends another way. So that is that. I just wanted to give you guys a quick little intro. Like I try to do, especially when you do not see my hands. It has been a week for some of you. And if that is the type of week that you had, I apologize. I want, some people don't understand why I do intros. And there's a lot of individuals who don't understand, I don't understand. I've had a couple of individuals that don't understand why I say something. Anybody that is not pro communication and pro transparency, when a person gives you advice or gives you an opinion of how they just wouldn't have said anything, that is an individual who is not evolved in their thinking, because as a business owner, I don't owe anybody an explanation, but I owe you an explanation because I'm human. And if you can't humanize me and treat this channel and all of my other business ventures as a machine, because I've gotten so used to trying to be on time and honoring when things are supposed to go up, then you're not thinking realistically. You're not, because life happens. And I am never going to pull the wool over anybody's eyes and make it seem like this is the young and the restless. Everything happens and in 30 minutes is all taken care of like a sitcom. That's not life. And if you can't appreciate that, then these intros may annoy you. And that means that I'm not the reader for you. But everybody else, I like to be transparent and let you know what's going on. And some people definitely appreciate it. And I want your support. That's the reason why I tell you. I'm not fishing for compliments or wanting to be put on a pedestal. I want to be treated like a human being who just happens to have a gift and run a channel. And life happens. And that's exactly what happened last week. And I like to check in with you guys and tell you what I'm noticing and see if your week was even better. And a lot of times I'll get a lot of feedback from the intros. You guys will hit me up via text or send me an email and be like, Marv, it was this, it was that. And I listen. I appreciate that. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and end this right here. I am going to be calling this the weekly energy recap in each one of your readings. We're going to be covering July 30th through August the 6th. I'm going to tell you what could have happened in your energy for that week. And then you guys, by the time you get this video, your full moon and Aquarius video would come up. That was actually done, but there was so many things going on. It just took so long to upload. It was ridiculous. So everything will be done. And your videos now, the new week, which is going to be August the 6th through August the 13th. My intention is to have those up within the next couple of days. And hopefully, just hopefully, we will finally be on track. And I can actually sit down, and hopefully we're out of the woods and I can sit down and you guys can see the hands and we can chit chat and go back to normal. My most important thing is that there is not a week that goes by where you don't get something. Even if that week has passed, I'm going to do a recap. I'm going to do something. I do not want gaps on my channel. That is a very hard thing to accomplish, especially when you do weekly uploads. but that is my promise and my commitment to this channel since I went to a weekly format, and that's that. Everything you guys need will be below in the description box for you and your collective. And if you need anything, if you are looking for a personal reading or whatever it is, if it's not below, email me readings@marvelouslamadame.com. 9 times out of 10, it will be below. Right now, for the remaining of the summer, what products are available, or what tarot readings are available for purchase, sessions, readings, appointments, whatever you want to call it, are the tarot text readings as well as the pre-recorded videos. We are not doing phone readings. We may resume that for the fall, but I'm still trying to figure that out. Needless to say, that's that. Hope this message, guys, finds you well and in good spirits. And I will see you guys in each one of your videos. Thank you guys for listening. Hello, guys, and welcome to the channel. I'm Marv. This is Readings by Marvelous Madame Tarot. This is going to be your weekly energy reading recap, taking you through the energy of July 30th through August the 6th. Let's take a look and see what happened for you, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, through that time frame. Gemini, anything that you need or everything that you need is below in the description box for you and your collective. Is pinned in the pinned comments or has been addressed. Thank you, Spirit. In the intro of this video, second popular card this particular week is the Two of Swords. And this King of Pentacles comes out every single reading. He has been for the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You're the 10th reading. And I promise you, Gemini, just about every single zodiac sign, maybe with the exception of one, has gotten this King of Pentacles. That's definitely been a collective energy focus this particular week. We're leading with Two Swords, second popular card. This week could have saw you blocking out or restricting yourself from a specific type of emotion, not wanting to feel, think, or even realize, not wanting to come into contact with a realization that you decided to block out. For some of you guys, it definitely has something to do with a commitment. Others, possibly a job. Either way, when I'm looking at the Two of Cups, it has the commitment here spelled out because that's what we're looking at. That's what's in your energy. Yes. There's an energy of a lack of effort being made. There is a desire for a specific type of commitment or a specific type of relationship that is not being realized. You've kind of turned a blind eye to it, some of you guys, for the sake of having this person. Not the move, I'm going to tell you. Past represents 3 wands. A story that's being repeated over and over again. You've been to the crossroads where you had to look out and think of something else to do. That where you had to look out and think about what else you could accomplish. Where you had to look out and look past the problem to come up with a resolution. And every single time you get there, this particular person, their behavior or something knocks you right back to the same conclusion. So now, because it is not working for you, you have decided to turn a blind eye and restrict your thoughts and block your emotions to avoid. Not necessarily the greatest. I'm looking at a Knight of Wands. Some of you guys definitely have fire somewhere in your chart. There is an energy here. Thank you, Spirit. An energy here of knowing that there is an energy. There is an energy here of knowing that there is an energy. Listen to what I'm saying. Of an individual who wants to do things their way. A stubborn energy who wants to do what it is that he or she wants to do, or an energy around you of stubbornness and an unwillingness to communicate. That's unfortunate. Make the effort is in the upright in the romance angel oracles. Of great love is worth taking the steps you're being guided to take. But so is pay attention to the red flags. Because it lands in the exact same spot as the King of Pentacles, that lets me know when it comes down to a commitment, there are red flags. And this behavior, this thing that you have blocked your emotions out or turned a blind eye to, is cautioning you. Is cautioning you. We have new love in the upright. The bottom of the deck is forgiving and learning, and the top of the deck is unrequited love. I don't know how to say it other than to say it. This person doesn't love you the way you love them. There is a lot of forgiving and learning and an energy of repeating the same thing over and over again. Turning a blind eye against the behavior that you are witnessing for the sake of the relationship is not going to make you happy. It's just not. I just had the same hurtful and very realistic conversation with an individual, and it is the truth. The more you operate from a place of discomfort for the sake of making the other person feel comfortable, for the sake of keeping them because they are something that you want, you should not desire the person in the way where you want to possess them. You should, in fact, love the person because it is reciprocal and they bring something to the table and pour into you and make you want to be the better version of yourself. If you are in turn filling their voids and nursing them back to health, constantly catching them when they fall, and accepting them flaws and all, but yet you feel uncomfortable in doing so because you get nothing out of it, but now you've turned into some type of savior, and this person repeats the same thing over and over again, we have a problem. And that's the reason why unrequited love is here. There seems to be some of you Geminis blocking out new love for the sake of keeping this individual because they possess something that you want, but they do not love you the same. Now, what the reflection is to desire, or is 10 cups, and unfortunately, this person has become codependent on your love, but they have not reciprocated. When we pull back the layers, we have no major arcana, so it's anyone's game, Gemini. I'm sorry that was probably what the realization was this past week. Let me know if that resonates with you. There are definitely some unrequited love here, and the Two of Swords can be the telltale sign that you have just blocked out your emotions to that notion, and you don't want to believe that a person doesn't love you too, and that's painful. That's quite painful to have to come to a realization of, but that is what has shown up this week. Like, share, and subscribe to the Marvelous Tribe. Everything, again, you need to know is below in the description box for you and your collective, and I will see you next week when we do it again. Bye, Gemini.